Tunnel in here. Just gonna kind of, you know. Anyway, yeah, I'll give you guys a couple minutes, and then we'll get going. Well, just like a minute or so. Um, I can't be waiting around all day, so I'm in my little secret lair here. Um, as you can kind of see, I'm building my scale model of the entire nation. Yeah, what happens when Zeke can't build AK-47s and stuff? Well, uh, he starts building trains. What's happening, Night Strike? Yeah, I posted a couple of videos there the other day. It's just some B-roll that I had going on. Matt Morrison, what's happening, bud? Just some B-roll that I have that I've been working on with my other channel. Um, the the cool part about it is I'm actually doing pretty good on my other channel. I'm nearing 500 subscribers on that one. Uh, should be at a point where it'll be monetized probably by the end of next year. I'm not really doing much with it other than just doing car stuff with it. Um, I just I really I've wanted to kind of stay with guns and stuff. I wanted to do that, but the way YouTube was and the way Illinois is, and YouTube is still the same way. Don't kid yourself. It just made it really hard for me to continue doing what I was gonna do. Uh, when am I gonna put that rotary engine together? I actually do have it together. It's in the house though. Otherwise, I'd bring it out here and show it. Anyway, um, I have put that together. I am still making the box for it. Unfortunately, I really don't have time to stain it like I would like. But basically, Night Strike made this. It's basically a 1-to-1 scale rotary engine rotor, and the reason why is, I mean, it was a 3D printed. It's plastic, which is really cool. Um, the thing is I've got this metal one, an actual one that I take to car shows and stuff, and he's like, stop messing with that heavy, dirty, oily crap, and let me make you something that's a little bit more user friendly. Basically. Uh, and long story short, now I have a plastic rotor housing, and I've got a crank that I've been making that is gonna basically, you're gonna be able to crank it and then it's gonna move. So it's gonna be a good talking point for people at car shows. It's gonna be pretty cool. But anyway, it's just something I've been working on. Um, uh, yes, transportable. Yes, Night Strike transportable. Um, so basically, kind of getting on the guns thing. I want to. I really, really, Patriot from Warsaw, what's happening? Um, I really want to continue back on the road of, going down and just doing my thing with guns. I was actually, you know, reminiscing the other day as I was trying to make a couple of playlists on Rumble, and it just really irritates me the fact that I got just basically screwed over. It was a 1-2 shot to the channel. I mean, I really couldn't do anything. And I've wanted to move, but I'm just kind of sticking it out right now. I'm not really worried about much of anything right now. I'm just kind of doing my own thing lately. But I mean, I am kind of focusing on the car stuff a little bit more than I was, and it's like my channel. This obviously my main channel. Um, I've been wanting to kind of do some sort of general audience sort of thing with it. The one good thing that's happened, because of my absence on here, is a lot of the subscribers that were just kind of there are kind of getting pulled off, which is good. And ironically enough, I mean, the last two videos that I posted, I made 15 cents on. Okay, the last two videos on this channel that I posted, I made 15 cents on, and I've collectively got like 30 views, which is interesting because the same videos if I had put up two gun videos, I probably would have been a couple of hundred views, and I would have made like 15 cents. So, it's clear that, me just putting up BS videos with cars is going to be far more lucrative if I wanted to go that direction. So I'm trying not to get to a point where I'm just pigeonholed into, just doing one sort of thing over the other, like I was. But, if the good Lord allows me to come back to making guns and doing gun videos again, I'm going to be doing things a little bit different. It is nice. The break has been really nice, just because of the fact that, N scale. Actually, I've got a pretty good comparison here. Oops. This is HO scale, and this is N scale. N scale is, this is basically what you would find in a train set. What is this one? This one's a Bachmann. Basically a train set, at like Target or Walmart or whatever. That's what you would find here. And then N scale, that's more of like a specialty scale. Clearly, something like this isn't gonna give you as much room as, say, what I've got going on here. I mean, basically, if you wanna build a railroad, you do N scale. So that's basically the gist of it. Something I am working on here. I got a perfect grade. This isn't the one with the metal frame. It's the slightly cheaper version. It is enormous. Let me just I am getting distracted here because you guys are kind of distracting me here, but all right, so this here is the arm for that thing versus the arm of a normal sized one. So, and I'm, they're being held together, but look at the size difference. Holy cow. But anyway, the fingers articulate and everything, and I mean, this thing is, oh my goodness. But anyway, yeah, it's yeah. You want to get into a bad hobby? That's a bad hobby to get into right there, is Gundam. But anyway, kind of getting back to what I was gonna say is I have a couple of 100 scale ones. These here are 100 or 1 and 144 scale. It's close to N scale, which is 160 scale. This one here is what scale is this? 1/60th scale. So that's, the thing's gonna be enormous. It's gonna be like this tall, which is freaking awesome. But anyway, and I've got, let's see here, here's a different version. This one here is, I think this is the 1/100. Yeah, these are the 1/100 scale ones. The 1/100 scale ones are really awesome for like articulation. Actually, this one here I think is my favorite build. I actually let my kids build that one. That one was really top notch. I really liked that one. Shoot, I got another one here. You know what? Let's. I got a lot of stuff going on here. It just is what it is. I guess I never did finish building this one. This one here is a clear RX-78-2. This one here is the regular version. And then this one here I haven't finished building yet, but this one here is the clear version. But yeah, pretty cool. The clear version actually came from Temu. The price of them isn't too much cheaper, but you know, it's still you know, when you got a bunch of them, you gotta, I mean, that's something I've been doing when I've been out of town working, is just been building Gundams and stuff. But so anyway, so anyway, the gun stuff, just getting to the gun stuff. I mean, as far as like my mandated hiatus, exactly. Night Strike brings up a point that I was going to venture into. Realistically speaking, like, the gun stuff is not, and I know you guys, I know everybody out there, you know, they know that I'm, what's happening, Armed Ape? Let's see who else is here. Oh, okay, Warsaw. I can't see, your, like, names are, like, super tiny. But anyway, you know, as far as, like, guns and stuff is concerned, I mean, I am pulling in numbers off of Rumble. My numbers are doing okay over there, even for videos that I have. I mean, I haven't been active on Rumble, which it's rather interesting to see that, you know, how much basically YouTube throttled the channel. Yeah, be like Brandon, talk about anything but guns. But anyway, yeah. So I'm at the point right now where, I mean, I've always kind of been at this point, but I've never really been into the gun thing to really make money. You guys know that. A lot of people tried to get me to be a little bit more commercial with it, but as you guys all know that know me, know that my knees on my pants, on every pair of pants I have, the knees aren't worn out. There's a reason for that. You know, and I'm not beholden to anybody. I don't have to worry about, you know, somebody asking me to make sure I'm pulling in a quota. You know, I could always count on getting up in the morning and, you know, I can make a video whenever I want to, you know, do what I want to. I don't have to answer to any large conglomerate group, you know, and unfortunately I can't say the same for a lot of my contemporaries. A lot of them are beholden to special interest groups. They have people behind the scenes controlling everything they do. And, I've quite frankly dodged a bullet on that. I can frankly take a year off, 2 years. I don't know. It's been probably 2 years since I've done anything gun related on any sort of social media. At first, people were like, why don't you just do it, and just to hell with the to hell with what the state says. And it's like, frankly, I really don't have the money that they think that I do. So that's not, you know, that's just not how it goes. But anyway, I'm probably gonna transition this channel here into something a little bit more car related, maybe do some Gundam models and stuff like that. I know a lot of you guys would probably be into that stuff, so it wouldn't be too much of a leap to do some custom models and stuff. It's like, okay, well, this right here is a local railroad of mine, or local railroad to me. This is Iowa Interstate. Of course, it's not going to focus. But anyway, um, they don't make this locomotive in N scale, so I had to make it. And so I made that. This one here, it is a custom, but this one came painted this way. Um, and it's just, I mean, I know how to fix all these things. I mean, a lot of people think, oh well, I'm just into guns and stuff. It's like, dude, I like these little tiny electric motors and everything like this. This is what I grew up tinkering with, and it's just, there's a lot of reward in making something that doesn't quite work well work. And it's like a lot of my little model railroad here. I'm quite frankly, scratch building this whole thing. I mean, I've got a few buildings and everything here and there. You guys are gonna love this. I sold out my train table to McDonald's. Oh, don't forget, I got the White Castle as well. So, and the Pizza Hut. Just in case you guys wanted to shop there too. But no, it's just, I wanted to do things a little bit different. When I was first starting into my gun career, and I wanted to do things my way, and I've always been able to do that. And a lot of people don't have that ability, and it kind of sucks because they came into this wanting to change things, and they end up being exactly where they didn't want to be, and just is what it is, I suppose. But it always bothers me when I'm picking up things, and I find a random step somewhere, and I'm like, where did that step come from? And I'm looking at all my cars, trying to figure out what broke off of something. It just kind of stinks because these things have, yeah. But I did have at one point a Burger King. I have parts of it, but they want like $65 for that thing, and frankly, I don't have enough room, and is what it is. I do have a Viper for my train table, and you guys are gonna love this. You're gonna love this. Got a little Sherman. I've got a couple of these for the train table. And then I've got, what the heck else do I have over here? Oh, yeah. But anyway, yeah, it is what it is. So anyway, as far as like gun stuff, I think I'm just gonna kind of, I mean, if people ask questions and stuff, I'm okay answering stuff, and helping people with their builds, not helping people with their builds, but like, hey, my thing ain't working, and this is where I'm at with it. You got any suggestions? I'm okay answering people's questions like that. But and I'm sitting here thinking back on everything that I accomplished in my tenure as the real AK guy. And there are very few people on this planet, I would say in this country, but I digress. There are very few people on the planet that know as much about the AK as I do. And that wouldn't have happened had I just, not, delved into my passion. And, I'm very happy with how my adventure led me, where my adventure led me. I got to meet some of my biggest heroes in the AK world. It just is what it is, and it's I couldn't be happier with how it all turned out, even if it turned out in the end where basically got screwed over by YouTube and the state of Illinois. It just is what it is. There aren't very many people. A lot of people are like, oh, well, you could have moved. Yeah. Well, all it is, enough people getting voted in to pass a national assault weapons ban. That's all it takes. The only way this is ever going to stop is if the Supreme Court finally gets off their ass and actually does something to defend our rights. So until then, it's just going to be smoke and mirrors. I'm not going to hold my breath about anything. I initially was going to transition into commentary. Talking about the state of affairs as far as like the politics of guns and everything. But I found myself early on, the only way to actually keep views and stuff on stuff like that is to actually just pander your audience, just placate them basically. And it's sad because some of the people that I have respected in this, in the informative areas of the gun community, I've started to get sour taste in my mouth about them because, frankly, they're doing the same thing as some of the people that I just absolutely do not like in the community. Where they're just pandering to their audience. Every little nothing burger that comes up is breaking news. And even though nothing has actually changed, the next video comes out and it's, hey, breaking news. A Supreme Court justice farted today. Will they take up the assault weapons ban? I don't fucking care if the fucking Supreme Court justice farted. Don't care. What I care about is, are they taking the case? Okay, yes, no. Okay, I don't want to fucking hear about it until they do something. I don't want to know what they think about Canasta. I don't want to hear about Supreme Court justice got a new dog today. Will this change their position on gun rights? I don't fucking care. Stop making videos about that. I used to watch all them people. Now I don't. I don't watch them because one, I'm not an idiot. Two, all I have to do is hear a video, hear one video or like open up the Supreme Court's website and look through the docket. Okay, nothing changed. All right, no big deal. Sorry, I'm getting kind of heated on that, and I feel like the gun community is run by idiots, and I feel like people in the gun community are just drinking it up because I don't know why. I just really don't know why. For years, I've seen the gun community eat its own, and it's been really an interesting ride. I mean, I understand the whole AK guys are uh, you know, the anons of the gun community, but the difference is most of us can take a joke, and I mean, eventually, we're like, hey, wait a second, hey, we're all getting played here. What's going on? Not so in the general gun community. Honestly, it just gives you a headache thinking about it, because you would think that the gun community would know better, but they don't. They don't. I mean, the only thing that people are interested in is, what's the next PSA that's coming out, and yeah, try reading Reddit. Yeah, no, that's even worse. Everybody's like, yeah, I shut my Facebook down because I got tired of looking at idiots, and I got tired of listening to idiots, and I'm kind of venting here a little bit, just because I'm just frankly tired of seeing just our own community eat itself, and it is what it is. Zeke, have a problem. I've got only 4. Yeah, that is a problem. You need at least 8. but anyway, yeah, no, it's no, I mean, I'm getting to the point where I am probably going to be moving. And the bad thing is, a lot of people are like, oh, well, taxes in Illinois are terrible, and it's like, well, try owning 10 cars and try having the lifestyle that I have, the side career that I have, and then lump all that together and see where the taxes lie. And unfortunately, Illinois is the cheaper option for me at this point in time. Yeah, I got to deal with the fact that I can't have any of my guns, which sucks. But at the same rate, I mean, all I got to do is just go to where they are, and they're, it's not that I'm not as affected by it as a lot of other people I know, which sucks for them pretty hard, because they don't live minutes away from their freedom stash. But it is what it is. I don't know, but anyway, I'm going to be transitioning this channel here over more to general automotive. Probably going to be doing some just basically, it's going to be a general I'm just going to post whatever I want here. I feel like it's kind of foolish to just let it sit here and stagnate. The channel is still monetized, and if I can scrape a few pennies off of YouTube's coffers, then I'm just gonna do that. I mean, the only thing I really don't like about YouTube right now is the fact that every ad seems to be AI. And it's not even that it's an AI ad. It is an AI ad about a fake product. It's like four spoonfuls of salt, will cure diabetes. I'm like, no, that's not good. That's not to cure the diabetes. But YouTube just lets it go, and it's like, whatever. If that is the caliber of their advertisers, then I'm going to scrape as much money out of that as humanly possible. So, it is what it is. I'm going to try to keep my my side channels, away from this channel as much as I mean, I don't mind if people on the side channel come over to here to just kind of do whatever. Just I'm not going to be promoting the channel over here. Because I don't want to pollute the audience, basically, because I've got pretty good growth, and it's really interesting having a channel that isn't throttled by YouTube, and it looks it looks exactly how this channel looked before YouTube started messing with the numbers. And it's the more I just think back on it, the more it just irritates me because I got fucked hard by everything in the sphere of things I couldn't control. I mean, I can't control how YouTube treats the channel. I mean, it's yeah, I may seem like I'm throwing a pity party. I'm not. I just think it's quite ironic that YouTube is the way it is, and just how things just panned out. I mean, I do to an extent feel like I got my gun channel stolen from me. Not because of anything other than just legislators and corrupt legislation and a biased media platform. You know, just is what it is. I mean, there was nothing I could do other than, hey guys, go follow me on Rumble. Not many people did. Everybody wanted to stay here on YouTube because it's cheap and easy, and this is where we're at. Now I'm happy to see a lot of people are going to Rumble, but I mean it's kind of like one of those things where it's like blue sky versus Twitter sort of situation. It's like your audience is somewhere, but I mean, are you going to be in both places or what? But it's just I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, exactly. Rumble doesn't have the audience that people have over here. A lot of people. I mean, what would have helped would have been the gun community. The gun community saying, you know what, Rumble's the better option. We're just going to stand together and just bail on YouTube and go over there. Kind of like everybody wanted to do with what's that website, Full30. But that ended up not happening because frankly, they weren't set up for everybody and their brother to come over. Blue Cry. They weren't set up for everybody and their brother to come over, so it was an invite only thing, and the gun community got butthurt about that. So they didn't understand that, and I understood why. And I know a lot of people that wouldn't go over there simply because of the invite only system yeah, and exactly, Night Strike Full30's gone now. They I had a lot of disagreements with. I mean, I was partnered over there, and I had some problems with getting paid over there, and I just basically told them fuck off, and I quit making videos over there. That's why I quit, and that was before they really went gun. Yeah, GunTube's not gone. Honestly, I think the crazy lunatic that runs that is gonna, take that one and run that until his last breath, if he can help it. So, let's see here. Warsaw says the gun community has become an establishment now, business that more than a. It ain't even coherent enough to be even called a business. The gun community is just full of idiots. And I've got. I mean, if you disagree, then you haven't been online long enough. I mean, I've been in the gun community for decades now, and it's disheartening to say the least. I mean, there's no loyalty in the gun community. The slightest offense, and people just get up in arms about stupid stuff. I mean, I have, it's like, Full30. When I had my problems with Full30, I actually talked it out with them. And then I told them, yeah, exactly. Night Strike. Every community has idiots. Sadly, yes. Um, you know, and that's what I'm getting at here. It's like it's full of idiots. I mean, there. It's like I'm looking at the car community, right? And there are people. Uh, don't ever buy a Corvette. Let's just put it that way. There are so many people in that community that are just completely, and they're not idiots because they don't know better. It's like, what? Who in the world? I mean, it's like every Corvette on the planet ain't rare, and the new Corvette's gonna be even worse because, just because you can have a stupid option that makes it one of 15 or whatever doesn't make that car is not rare. I mean, they can crush 99% of the Corvettes on the planet and none of them will be rare yet. So, I mean, good God, it's just I understand. I mean, I like being in the community. I like enjoying the community. I like enjoying everybody else's cars. I like sharing war stories. I've been involved with Corvettes since in the early '90s. The one that I've got, I pretty much I mean I drove them when they were brand new. It's just I'm not. Oh my gosh, but when I hear somebody, it's like the rusting thing. Okay, Corvettes in my generation, which is the C4, have galvanized frames. Well, the problem with a galvanized anything, when you take a sheet metal screw and zip that thing through there, what does that do to the metal? It breaks the zinc coating. That's correct. And what do they do with the window trim on the C4 Corvette? Oh, they take self-tapping screws and they zip screws all the way around the frame of that thing. So when you buy a C4 Corvette, yeah, there may not be rust on it per se, but when you go to change the windshield, you're going to find it. Or if you go to put new weather stripping on it, there's all the rust right there. Usually they're going to rust right there. If it's been in any sort of wreck, guess what's going to happen if the frame got bent? It's going to rust. And, people don't want to believe that. They don't want to hear that. And I'm like, okay, well, I got pictures. And then people will argue with me about the pictures that I have of cars that I have actually seen with holes in the frame. They do rust. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. They fucking rust. But anyway, it's made out of steel. It's not made out of aluminum. And even in that case, aluminum as well does oxidize and will deteriorate to the point where there's nothing left of it. But anyway, I'm just kind of getting down a whole bunch of different rabbit holes, just kind of bitching about everything, aren't I? So anyway, frankly, at this point, I'm not really too concerned about what people are gonna think about on this channel per se, on the YouTube channel, and the reason why that's gonna be is because I'm not putting gun stuff back up on YouTube. I wasn't going to do anything on YouTube after Christmas of last year, not the last year, but the year before last, because of the whole episode with the Christmas live stream. I was asked, a couple people asked me, if I was planning on doing a Christmas live stream, and I wasn't going to do it this year. I just had way too many things going on. I didn't have a chance to prepare for it. And, the Christmas stream is something that, frankly, I have to prepare pretty much all year to do it because I have to get the licenses for the music. And then I have to, do, I've got to do my transitions and everything. I got to get my backgrounds and everything in order. It's, and it did better on Rumble. Yes, that's something too. Um, when that whole episode went down with YouTube, basically telling me, basically what YouTube said was that I didn't have the licensing to use the songs that I was using. And then when I showed them the licenses, they backed off. They let the stream go back up. And then about an hour later, they kicked it off again, saying the exact same thing. And I'm like, look, here is a list of every single song and every single. None of the other live stream music channels and go through that. So I was very curious because I've talked to a couple of them. It's like Night Ride FM and stuff like that. People that stream constantly. Talking to people like that. They don't have issues like that unless they pause the stream to fire up a new one. Basically what ends up happening is then at that point YouTube will flag it, or in another situation what ends up happening is if they do get up flagged, then what ends up happening is YouTube somebody has been flagging the channel. So basically YouTube goes in and then they just automatically throw a reason at it. But anyway, yeah. Nice, Drake. You might want to think about maybe doing Rumble stuff every now and again. And that's something too. I do want to kind of go over there and do an audio. Do something for my audience over there. My thing is, I don't want to do anything gun related. Not until all this stuff blows over, or I am able to move out of Illinois. Man, before anybody, asks about that, I don't want to mix my audience in the channel over there. I was thinking about doing some bolt action stuff, maybe, whip out some Mosins or something, or do some pistol stuff. I might do something like that. I just really don't want to get back into the gun stuff. Just because, with me traveling a lot, it's a lot harder to do the gun stuff, that I would like to have been able to do this whole time. But, it's, and I don't know. I've got a lot of B-roll. I'm actually, converting some of my older computer hardware to newer stuff. So I might do some B-roll stuff. I've been working on getting some stuff animated. That's always been something that I've wanted to do. Maybe do an animated build video. That would be pretty cool. I've been talking to some people about maybe doing something like that. Seems like something that might be interesting. And I mean, this might sound kind of messed up, but a lot of that stuff, realistically, this is going to sound messed up. Let's see here. If you need any computer or tech recommendations, you can always I have, I will be actually asking you about something. There's a couple of Windows 10 devices I've got that won't upgrade to a newer Windows. I've got 11 on a couple of devices. I'm not too happy with it. I was thinking about going with Linux, Mint. I've used that platform before. But anyway, I'll probably be bugging you about that here on Discord at some point here soon. But anyway, so be looking for that there, Night Strike. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't want to give up the gun stuff necessarily. I just really don't want to get like shoehorned into. My heart and soul's in the AKs, and I know a lot about a lot of other stuff, but I really genuinely don't really find interest in anything other than AKs. I mean, that might sound weird. I mean, I do like Soviet stuff. I like CNR stuff. You know, I just really just nothing does it for me other than AKs. And I mean, they're stupid simple. You know, a retarded monkey can build one. Although some people that have emailed me about questions, just completely out there questions, you know, they have surprised me. You know, about the monkey thing, because some people just don't know how to, you know, rub two rocks together for some reason. But anyway, this step missing on something is bugging me. Something is missing a step, and I don't know what it is. And everything for some reason is white, and yeah. But anyway, it is what it is. It's like a gray step, but everything's white, and I've got nothing over here that's gray. I don't get it. But anyway, I don't know. I'm just I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. I kind of want to get you know, I kind of want to get things together, you know, where, you know, I'm just I don't know. Basically the long and short of it is, you know, I'm getting distracted and, you know, thinking about other things, and you know, I'm just anyway, so basically, you know, I have done gun stuff for over 20 years. I've basically been the only not-for-profit AK channel on the entire planet for that entire duration. You know, I have had people ask me advice and never offer any sort of monetary contribution of any sort. I am thankful for everybody that has, over the course of the years, contributed to me, so I'm not complaining about that. But I'm sitting here, I'm like, realistically speaking, I mean, I'm not. How do I say this without sounding like a complete dick? I'm not really interested in doing it any further without some sort of monetary, you know. I mean, I I'm not saying, I'm not trying to make it sound like I feel like I've been taken advantage of, but a lot of the community has pretty much just, you know, used me for whatever and then thrown me away when they were done with me. And you know, frankly, I'm not interested in continuing that relationship, you know. But I don't know if that makes any sense. I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to sound like, you know, I'm not grateful or anything, but that's just kind of where I'm at with it. You know, I've had great big ideas, and you know, and then I turn around and it's like, oh, okay, well, somebody else is gonna run with that idea, and they've got money backing them. Okay, all right, cool, cool, awesome. But you know, it is what it is. Just wrong place, wrong time. But I don't know, it is what it is. But you know, and then friends that have been, you know, supposedly my friends, and then turn out not to be friends, and just only there to see how much of me that they can use, and then they bail, and it's like, come the fuck on, get the fuck out of here. I mean, I don't know. I know I can be a huge dick, people, but you know, I don't know. I've never I've never found myself in a position necessarily where um, you know, a lot of people are like, "Oh man, is it?" You know, I'm more apt to come across somebody that has something good to say about me than somebody that has something bad to say about me, and that is in private as well as public. Um, you know, so I'm like whoever I end up pissing off throughout life, I must done something to deserve it, right? And more times than not, it's just because they're narcissist or whatever, and it just is what it is. They're just kind of a fuckhead, but is what it is. But anyway, it just is what it is. So anyway, just kind of circling back. I'm just gonna be posting whatever here. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It's no big deal. Those of you guys who are watching my other channel and enjoying the content on my other channel, just make sure you're interacting and doing the same stuff that you normally do, and just know that I appreciate the heck out of you doing that. Come on, get on there, darn thing. I think I'm gonna have better luck in the realm of monetizing car content than any gun content. Just is what it is, but I don't know. So what are you guys thinking? You think opinions or whatever, or just kind of thoughts on the whole matter? We'll open the floor to you guys, and then I'll give it a couple minutes, and then I'll figure out if I want to stay yakking and bitching about everything or not. I appreciate you guys sitting here listening to me bitch about shit. I mean, you guys are more than welcome to always come over to me and bitch about things. I've been wanting to, get on my, the bad thing is, time, guys. It just never ceases to amaze me how little time you actually have. I don't know. It's just whatever. Yeah. Well, and Nice Drake, I mean, you're in a lot of respects in the same boat as I am. I mean, it's like, what the fuck? I mean, you put yourself out there, and then like everybody's like, fuck off, and then you're like, what did I do? And they're like, fuck off, and then just they just never tell you what the fuck happened. So that's what it is. I don't know. And honestly, frankly, I don't care if I piss people off. I mean, that's not my mission in life. Is to live life and raise my kids, and hopefully make them better people than I am. It's not to make you guys happy. When it comes to you guys or my kids, I'm sorry, you guys. You guys aren't gonna win out in that one. So. It just is what it is. Family comes first in my book, and unfortunately, there have been times where I have sacrificed, I've sacrificed time with the family because, I've been trying to make this video that I knew that everybody was asking for, and then I make the video, I post the video, and then nobody watches it. Or everybody talks me into getting merch, and and everybody's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy the merch, and this is years before a lot of you guys even came in here, so it's not something you guys people get in here and they'd be like, yeah, get some merch, we'll buy some t-shirts. There was one time I spent $300 on shirts, right? $300 I didn't have, by the way. Because, my fans wanted merch and they wanted shirts and stuff. And, I was like, all right, cool. Well, I went to a union shop, got American-made shirts, and had the screen printing done by Americans, for Americans. Basically America couldn't get much better. And then they were crying because I wanted $20 a shirt. And it's like, dude, that's just barely over my cost. And I couldn't get them any cheaper than that because it's all American labor. And it's like, Well, I could have just, went with Teespring and went with the cheapest common denominator. And eventually I did go with Teespring. And then, it was really good screen printing and, far better than any of the Teespring shirts that you can get, the Teespring shirts are nice, but man, the shirts that I've got, I still wear them. I mean, they're fantastic screen print, and it just is what it is. I eventually did get my money back, but it was selling to local people, and that just irritated the heck out of me. And shit like that just made me less and less interested. And frankly, I mean, honestly, it just, I really feel a lot better that all this actually happened, because I frankly, I couldn't stand the community anymore. I mean, everybody wanted to just, everybody just wanted to do their own thing, and you know, I, I don't know. It just is what it is. I'm sitting here like, I'm trying to do the best I can with what I got, and then the people that would be there, that should have been there, that supposedly had my back on things, just ended up not being there when I needed them. And I never ask anybody for help. It's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that, yeah, pretty much. I mean, if I was doing more than just breaking even on the whole project, it would have been better. I mean, I'm sitting here taking time out of my life, out of my kids' life, out of my family's life, so I can make videos. And it got to the point where people were just like expecting me to just basically, um, I mean, it got to the point where people would get upset at me for not answering an email right away. And I'm like, dude, you're not a patron. I can tell that you're not a patron. I know you're not a patron, that sort of thing. Because frankly, I knew all of my patrons, and, people that were doing that, and I would quit answering emails from people like that. And then people just get upset, and it's like, dude, I'm not making any money at this, just, it's like, come on, give me a break. It's like, I'm just some guy, and Kevin's, yeah. No, I mean, people just take for granted how difficult, doing it is, it's like, I don't know. I think people, I don't know. I'm not impressed with how I have been treated in the whole matter. And, it just got to the point where, I was just basically waiting for something to happen. And frankly, the best thing that could have happened was the Assault Open ban, to be quite honest. YouTube screwing me over. That was, par for the course. I'd been screwed with by YouTube since 2018. So it wasn't exactly the new thing to have happened. And then, it got to the point where, okay, well, now I really can't do anything. And, when I would do something, I wasn't getting the reciprocation that people were expecting from me. And I'm like, all right, I'm done. And it just is what it is. And, I'm not gonna stick my neck out for them. But and it sounds petty, right? I'm not gonna stick my neck out for somebody that doesn't give a shit about me. And it just is what it is. I don't care if somebody's like, oh well, you need to support this person, you need to support that person. If I know the person to be a fuckhead, I ain't supporting them. And then don't cry at me when I tell you I know who it is. I know them personally, which I know a lot of people in the gun community. I have known a lot of people in the gun community. I've known far more people than a lot of people ever have thought about knowing. And I'm not talking about I watch their videos, so I'm like their best friend. That makes me like their best friend. No, actually, hey, I've met them in person. I've gotten to know them, and they are a fuckhead. I'm not going to support them. You know, hey, it's just, yeah, yeah, just, I'm not going to support people that just are not going to, are not worth supporting. I don't care how big in the community that they think they are. It, you once you have proven yourself, it's just you, I don't know. It's just ridiculous. I don't know. But anyway, shit like that just contributed to it. And like Night Strike, he said, this boiling it down to its base properties. Yeah, no, burnout is a good way to put that. Um, you know, I'm not making any money at it, and the way I'm getting treated in the situation, everybody feels like I owe them something. That's not the case. I mean, you come to me for advice on the AK. You come to me for opinions on what you should buy, or how you should put a build together. And then you turn around and treat me like I owe you something. It's like, no, fuck off. And it's like, oh, Zeke, well, what about your community? Well, if that person is like that to me, then they aren't a part of my community. They're just somebody who wants to use somebody and take advantage of them. So, is what it is. But anyway, so I think let's see here. Oh yeah. Uh yeah. Nah, well, that's a bit extreme. I don't think the community itself should go to hell. I mean, those in a community that are, fuckheads can go right straight to hell. But unfortunately, it's kind of like the person in the friend group that says, we don't have an ugly friend. Honey, you are the ugly friend. It's just that simple. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, I don't know. I think that's gonna be about it for my little bitch fest. I'm uh, I'm happy for how things turned out. I'm not bummed out necessarily. Um, I mean, I wish things would have turned out better. Um, I'm getting over the flu too, so guys. So that's why I keep coughing and hacking. But anyway, anyway, um, no, I mean I'm just I don't know. So anyway, now that I got my bitch fest out of the way, next few live streams, I think basically I'm just gonna use these as like little hangouts or whatever. If you guys have any questions or comments or whatever, I mean, you guys can ask me gun questions. It's no big deal. I got no problem doing that. I mean, it's um, it's one of my greatest passions in life. It's been working on guns and doing gun stuff. So I mean, I'm always gonna have that near and dear to my heart. If people want to ask me questions about it, by all means, ask me. Email me zeke@zekeshoots.com. Unfortunately, I can't really show you live demonstrations like I used to, but maybe one day. But for now, I'm gonna kind of stay away from that side of the spectrum. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna focus on things that I actually like. I'll post videos up on this channel that I actually like, the things that I actually maybe things I'm working on other channels, just show, basically the rebrand of this channel, Zeke Shoots Legacy Media, it's just going to be a general sense sort of thing. As far as Zeke Shoots is concerned, the gun side of it is still going to be there. It's still going to be over on Rumble, BitChute, basically everywhere other than YouTube. It's still there. It's not going anywhere. The only thing that I really wish that was different about everything is that I wish that, I had more funds to have prepared myself for other things that, I would have loved to have moved out of Illinois a long time ago. It's just, I just never had the money to do it. And, I make good money. Unfortunately, I just have never had the disposable income enough to go ahead and do that. And then, you know, you have to weigh risk versus reward in any sort of situation that you're in. And frankly, YouTube has never. I mean, me making gun videos has never, ever, ever presented itself to me as a money making opportunity. So, I mean, as much as people would have wanted me to, just quit my day job and just do gun stuff all the time, that was never going to be in the cards, at least not anything that I saw. Prior to 2018, yeah, I could have, I could, I mean, I was fairly certain with the level of growth that I had in 2018. It was, I mean, I was on par to do a lot of great things, and I'm fairly annoyed that that never happened. But that was just because YouTube kneecapped me and just kept me kneecapped for years, and then I got lucky a couple of times, got a bunch of subscribers at during the peaceful protests when I was covering a lot of that. I did have fun covering that stuff. But unfortunately, I mean, that's not really my calling, and I ended up getting a bunch of subscribers that quite frankly were not worth having because, it just is what it is. I mean, we broke a couple of news stories and, a lot of you guys that are in the comment section were there and were on stream with me when we broke news stories. And it was fun. And, I really like doing that. Unfortunately, you need a team of people to do that. And then unfortunately, all of us work, all of us have day jobs, all of us have lives outside of, YouTube. And it's hard to desire. I mean, you can desire to want to, make something big of this, but you have to have the time to do it. And, and everybody involved needs to have the time to do it. So that's just something that just never popped up for everybody involved. And it's hard to run a commentary channel all on your own. I know people that want to make believe that they are doing it on their own, but they are not doing it on their own. They have people writing for them. They have people helping with notes on the back end. And I mean, frankly, if you have a job or any sort of life outside of this, you're just not going to be able to do it on your own. And I've been a one-man show for years, and just is what it is. Well, guys, that's gonna be it for tonight. I'm gonna probably post another couple videos here in the next few weeks, or within the next few weeks. Just some B-roll stuff. If you like it, let me know. If you don't, let me know. I don't care. Just leave comments to your heart's desire. You can watch my videos that I post, or wait for the lives. It don't matter. I like when I come in here and I do a live show. That I do see the same faces. It means a lot to me when people that I know and frankly love come into the live stream, and I see you guys' faces every night. So every night that I do this, it means a lot to me. And a lot of people. The one thing that I really, really appreciate is, I may not have found myself success in the money aspect of it, but I did find a lot of good friends. I'm very proud of the friends that I have because of this, and I mean, you guys have helped me through a lot. I mean, whether you know it or not, I mean, everybody that's got my phone number within the audience, whether it's on here or you guys weren't able to catch it live, You know, you guys have meant a lot to me over the years, and you know, you've helped me a lot throughout everything, and you know, it's just, you know, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for helping me over the years, and you know, this is gonna be an interesting, you know, future for the channel as far as things are gun related. But you know, we'll figure it out, and yeah. Anyway, guys, enough yammering. I've been on for 70 minutes now. Just pretty much bitching. I think I'm going to lose my voice bitching about all this bullshit. If you guys disagree with me, those of you guys that catch this later, by all means, leave it in the comment section. Maybe you can flesh out something that maybe I touched poorly on. You know, and you know, you're more than welcome to disagree with me. I don't care if you disagree with me. I don't care if you agree with me. You know, the fact of the matter is that, you know, we can sit here and have a civil discussion about it. You know, that's one thing that I also have been very appreciative of over these years is you know, people willing to have a discussion and be man enough to admit when they're wrong about something, or uh, you know, and stuff like that. You know. All right, guys, you have a good night, and I'll catch you in the next one.